Today, you're hanging out with the crew of Demon 305, and we're happy to come to you from My 305 Attorneys with Hugo Garcia. How are you doing today, brother?
Pretty good. Myself.
Good. We have a lot to talk about. You're doing great things in the community. You are a person, a native of Miami, Florida. Tell us a little bit about how it was like to grow up here in Miami.
Well, Miami's definitely has changed after COVID, but back in the day when I was, growing up in Miami, you had the clubs, you had the beach, you had all sorts of distractions.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I had, good support and good mentors to help guide me to where I am today.
Do you have a favorite fritanga, out of curiosity? Is there
there's one that I remember as a kid that I would go to very often. Also, right there on Sunset and 117th Avenue.
Is that Monimbo?
I think it's out.
Monimbo?
Where the BJ's is at?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And what made you want to stick around here in Miami?
Fortunately or unfortunately, I guess, however you want to see it, I had to work full-time, go to school full-time. And I found St. Thomas to be the school that, I could do all that stuff and stay focused.
What were you working at the time?
So at the time, I was working at a jewelry store called K Jewelers.
Okay.
I was there. I was youngest sales rep, selling diamonds, watches, everything. We were as a sales representative, so we had certain criteria. I think it was like 25% that we could work with on pricing. I would just cut the bullshit. I said, listen, this is my max discount I can give. I can give you one. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And then I started getting client referrals, client recommendations. And next thing you know, I was, the youngest guy there selling the most in that store.
So there were kind of like some transferable skills that it seems like you applied that.
Yeah, I think you can find in every aspect of life. When you tell people how it is straight up, you don't sugarcoat it, people tend to respect you and, they value that. And unfortunately, the legal practice, attorneys have bad reputations, to say the least.
No. Yeah. One thing that I love is that your firm, My 305, is also 24/7. You're around the clock.
Well, listen, the 24/7 mentality comes from, when you have to work, you have to work, right? And I've worked my entire life since I was 15 years old, chopping up chicken, cleaning dishes, 15 years old, working until late. Sometimes accidents happen after 5 o'clock, after midnight, and we're always available. And again, most PI firms are available 24/7, but with our office 24/7, you're actually either speaking to me directly or to one of the other attorneys or to Gabriela from the office or one of our other staff members. You're not getting a phone call from somebody from Asia or India that have these, telecommunication phone services. No, you're getting a direct call to my cell phone, to one of the attorney's cell phone, Gabriela or a staff member's cell phone, talking to them directly, one of our actual team members.
There's almost like a certain intimacy that the client is building with you, or that rapport. Someone just got in a car accident, what's the next step they do?
Typically, there's an ambulance involved, and typically they'll go to urgent care, or they'll, ambulance will take them to the hospital. Then, obviously they will get some kind of referral recommendation to continue treatment if they have back pain. It's always on a case-by-case basis. And it's not because, the attorney wants to bill, the attorney wants to make money. Yes, we all want to make money. That's not a secret, right? But what is a secret is you get the adjuster from the car that caused the accident, say, hey, let's try to resolve this. Give me this information. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Are you okay with these questions? All those questions are phrased in a way that they're gonna lowball you. Dia mañana you have to go and sue them. They say, well, remember this phone call? Because you hear the answers to the questions that we asked you, and everything is designed in a way that you're pretty much assuming some kind of fault to the accident.
What do you want people to know about you and your firm as we continue forward?
I started the office, but at the end of the day, it's a family firm. We have different attorneys involved that pretty much all have the same commonality into, hey, we want to do what's right. We want to help out our people. And I think that's, when you have, attorneys that want to do what's right, it's not about, there's no secret agenda. Yeah, everybody wants to make money, right? But when we see clients, get compensated for their injuries, but sometimes you have people who end up in a wheelchair. You have people who can no longer move an arm all the way straight, So when you see that they're compensated for their injuries and you see the smile they have on their face, that wow, this is not something I expected in my life, but here's some kind of award or something to help me get through it, to pay for somebody to take care of me, part-time in my house because I can no longer cook, I can no longer clean. That's rewarding and it's more satisfaction. more than anything else that money could pay.
And I love that. I love that you stuck around Miami. You could have gone anywhere else, but you decided to stay here in the community and help out, the folks around you. So thank you for everything that you're doing in our community, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.